We are good to go. Way to go. Nice shot. Good one. Good kill. Good one. Clean kill. Nice shot. You're on it. Good kill. Nice shot. That's a clean kill. Good one. You got it. Nice shot. Good one. Clean kill. Way to go. You're on it. Nice kill. That's a clean kill. You're on it. Clean kill. Good one. You're on it. You got it. Nice shot. Clean kill. Way to ventilate that target. That's a clean kill. Good kill. Good kill. You got it. Good one. Nice shot. Good one. Way to go. Nice kill. Nice shot. That's a clean kill. You're on it. Clean kill. Good kill. That's a clean kill. Nice shot. Good one. You got it. Way to go. Nice kill. You're on it. Good one. Nice shot. Clean kill. Nice shot. You got it. That's a clean kill. Counter-terrorists win.
1 for his last 5 after the hot start. This time he takes it in! Gordon Hayward! This became a man at the rim. Hayward, 1. Hayward, 1 for his last 5 after the hot start. This time he takes it in! Gordon Hayward!
Down 2 games to none. The top seed in the Eastern Conference on the ropes, taking on the Chicago Bulls. But Chicago now without Rajon Rondo. He's got a fractured right thumb. For Boston, Gerald Green getting the start over Amir Johnson. And we're looking at 3-point field goal. Celtics moving the ball and finding Gerald Green for the corner 3. Then Avery Bradley to the big man, Al Horford. And Al Horford pulls on a 3. He drops that one. Then it's Marcus Smart to Jay Crowder for 3 of his own. The Celtics 7 of 11 from 3 in the first quarter. They're up 27-10 at that point. Later in the first quarter, Celtics in transition. Crowder hits the fadeaway jumper after the play. Rajon Rondo tries to trip Crowder. Watch it again. Tries to trip him on his way back down the court. More to come on that for sure later. Stick and stay with NBA.com for updates on that. Later in the second, the Bulls fight back. Dwayne Wade makes the nice fadeaway. Then Wade makes the pull-up jumper. He had 14 points in the half, but Boston's lead still at 10. Jay Crowder later in the second misses Dwayne Wade to Nikola Mirotic on the other end for the 3-pointer at the other end, and it's 44-41 at the half, so back and forth they go. What did the coaches think at the half?
This is the first punch in the first half, right? That's the first punch here coming out of the game. All right, so we go.
In the third quarter, it was Isaiah Thomas leading the charge, hitting the pull-up 3 here. That's nicely done. Then Al Horford's got a bright idea. Get it to Isaiah Thomas for another 3. And then Isaiah Thomas back to Al Horford. Horford finished with 18 points on the game, and Boston back up by a dozen, and things looking good. And in the fourth quarter, they put it away. Thomas looking and finding Al Horford once again, lobbing it up, and Horford goes and gets it. Then off a Bulls turnover, Jay Crowder finishes on the other end with the jam. Crowder, 16 points in the game, and Boston gets one back. They take down the Chicago Bulls, and the series now stands at 2-1. In Game 2, Russell Westbrook put up gaudy numbers, but Houston got the W. Before Game 3, Westbrook talking with his dad, James Harden, and the Houston Rockets talking a 3-0 lead if they can get the victory. Points off turnovers the key early on. Thunder turning defense into offense off a Rockets turnover. Victor Oladipo. Points off turnovers, and the Houston Rockets talking a 3-0 lead if they can get the victory. Points off turnovers the key early on. Thunder turning defense into offense off a Rockets turnover. Victor Oladipo gets the behind-the-back save. Russell Westbrook finds Oladipo for the jam. Then off a James Harden turnover, it's Oladipo finding Taj Gibson for the jam. Nicely done from Taj there. Then off another James Harden turnover, Russell Westbrook goes coast to coast, and this time watch him pull up for the short jumper in the paint there, just sort of running off 1 foot. That goes down. He was 11 of 24 from the field on the game. OKC up by 12 early on. Taj Gibson drives down low and throws down hard there. Gibson had 12 of his 20 points in the opening quarter. OKC up 11. In the second quarter, Russell Westbrook drives and kicks it to Oladipo for the three-pointer. It's 48-34. Oladipo, 12 points on the night. Patrick Beverly finds Lou Williams. He was a lifesaver early on. He had 22 points on the game. James Harden drives for the layup and the foul at the half. It's 65-58, OKC with the lead. To the third quarter we go. James Harden pulls up and buries the three, and Houston in front. Harden 4 of 12 from distance on the game. OKC answers with a 9-0 run. Westbrook finds Taj Gibson for another jam. Then Westbrook hitting the tough fadeaway jumper. It's 74-67, OKC a 7-point lead. Then Westbrook rebounds the Rockets miss to earn another triple-double. On the other end, it's Alex Abrinas knocking down the corner three, 86-76, OKC a 10-point advantage. To the fourth quarter we go. Eric Gordon getting in the paint and hitting the tough floater plus the foul. Gordon had a dozen points off the bench, and it's 93-90 at that point. Then off a Rockets miss, Westbrook races the other way and gets the lane. Watch him just cutting through the defense and all the way up, laying it in. 104-94 your count at that point. Rockets won't go away though. Harden, a three-pointer, goes down. James Harden finished with 44 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Harden feeds Ryan Anderson, who had his best game of the series. He drives and lays it in. He had 18 points on the game. It's 106-103. OKC lead down to 3. Westbrook dribbling and hits the pull-up jumper here. 32 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists. Those are the final figures on your triple-double. OKC by 5. James Harden pulls up and ties it with a 3. We're tied at 111 late. Westbrook misses this tough shot. It's a long 3, but there's Steven Adams with the tip in. And Steven Adams, 4 points on the night, 2 huge. Now, Thunder up 2, Westbrook at the line. This is the second free throw. He misses it. James Harden going the other way. This a look for the win, and it's online, but it's just short, and OKC hangs on in a thriller. The final score in this one, the Thunder 115, the Rockets 113. The series now stands at 2-1. The LA Clippers and Utah Jazz split the first 2 games of their Western Conference first-round series out in LA. Series moves to Utah. Gordon Hayward's crew now playing on a home court, and he goes off in the first quarter for 21 points, most points in a quarter in team playoff history. And remember, this team playoff history has one Karl Malone, so this is quite an impressive scoring run from Gordon Hayward. Utah up by 13 after quarter number 1. Meanwhile, bad news for the Clippers. Blake Griffin drives and makes the layup, but after the play, he comes up limping. He would leave the game with a bruised right big toe and not return. There it is one more time. X-rays were negative for Blake Griffin, so stick and stay with NBA.com for any updates on his condition. At the half, Utah led the game by 9, 58-49. We take you into the third quarter. Jazz up by double digits. George Hill drives and makes a nice little floater hill here. George Hill had 26 points on the game at 61-49, but Chris Paul making things happen. He had to. No Blake Griffin. He draws the foul and makes an impossible 3. Watch this shot one more time. Just sort of flings it up there. It goes down. And then Paul lobs it to DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan goes up and gets this one. Jordan stuffs it home. He had 17 points and 13 rebounds on the game. The lead down to 3. Later in the third, Gordon Hayward drives in for the jam plus the foul. 79-75 after the made free throw, so the lead at 4. Into the fourth quarter after you take a look at that jam one more time. The Clippers down by 2, but that's again when Chris Paul takes over. Paul pull it up for the 3 and the lead. He was 12 of 22 from the field, 2 of 5 from range. Here he is going behind the back. Watch that move. Wonderful way to get to the basket for Chris Paul. Then Paul working his way inside and banks in the floater. The final numbers for Chris Paul, 34 points, 10 assists on the game. It's 103-96. Clippers in front now. Jazz not done though. Gordon Hayward. Watch him airball this 3, but Joe Johnson heads up, jumps out of bounds, gets it back to Joe Ingles, over to Hayward, who lays it in. He had 40 points. That's a career high for Hayward. It's a 2-point game. Now Jazz down 4, under 10 seconds left. Off the inbounds. Watch this beautiful play. George Hill comes open. No help. Hill buries the 3-pointer. It's a 1-point game. Now the Clippers go up by 2. JJ Redick goes to the free throw line. He's an 89% free throw shooter on the season, and he misses the first one. Redick goes on to make the second free throw. That's good news if you're a Clippers fan, but the Jazz down 3 without a timeout. At least they have a shot. They've got Gordon Hayward playing quarterback here, but he zips this one out of bounds. The Jazz can't complete a comeback. The Clippers get the win. Final score in this